Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the LOFI platform, as well as we'll be writing some code, some sample code, just to get Maya moving and testing the commands. So, um, as mentioned before, we're going to be using the LOFI platform, and we connect to it as before. So you connect to your serial port where your Bluetooth is connected to, so serial port 10, and we connect to that, and we go to sorry about that. We go to lofi.com code, and we'll check if we're connected. We know if we're connected if we have a double circle around the robot head on the right. So that just checks tests connections. So you'll come to this page, you'll see it's in Polish, but that's fine, don't worry about that. So the first thing you need to do is go to the spanner, and you'll see that you can sign up either with Google, sign in with your email, with GitHub, any of these things. I'm just going to sign in with Google because it's easier. Let's use this one. Okay, so if I go back there, you'll see that this is my profile. This is I want English. If you want French, Dutch, I think that's Polish. You can pick any one of those, and then you'll see you'll have an option of creating a new project, which is this here. It's Nazwa Projecto, which means new project. And this is all the code that I've got, all the sample code that I've made so far. But we'll get into that. But this is just to see that once you do things on the right here, you can just save it and come back to it later, so you don't lose your work. That's the main thing. So just to take you through what's on the right here, this is basically it's monitoring the inputs of your microcontroller, so you'll see it's moving, and that's just measuring the pins, and that's just noise on this on the pins. So don't worry about too much about that. The distance slider bar is when you use the distance sensor, you can essentially see where the distance is, which is quite cool. The console, that's when you wanna put debug or messages inside your code just to see how your program is running. So that's quite useful as well. The next is the controller bar. So all these buttons, it's is not programmed to do anything as of yet, but when you program the actions, you can give each one of these things a function. So you can say move forward with that button, move back with that button, stop. So you can really go to town on this one, and we'll really get into this at a later stage. So yeah, um, what I'm not going to touch on too much is the paintbrush and the piano. Just to show you, the paintbrush is works with this drawing pane, so you can use any one of these functions and the output will be over there. Same thing with the sounds, you can play bass, piano, uh, all these things, and you can play with the piano, which is quite cool if you want to go down that road. But yeah, so with regards to the robot, we're gonna do a bit of a sample code at the moment. The repeat block, the way this works is all the things you pull out here. So if you have a normal motor, you can say you want this motor 1 or motor 2 to go forward or back, and with the power over here that you want. So 100%, 50, whatever, which is quite cool. We're going to be using the servo motors. So that's just the position motors that we've discussed. Um, and this is going to be the left foot. So output 1, that's the right foot, left hip, right hip. And the way this works is we'll go and we'll set this to 90. That's the angle of when the foot is flat. And we'll maybe put a delay in. That's just to make sure um, that the motors have time to go to the position that you need. And then this one, we'll go back. We'll put this at 120. And then we'll wait a bit more. Go 100, 500. Yeah. And then we'll repeat this. So we'll touch on all this at a later stage, but this is essentially just sampled so you can see something working. So this just repeats this code 5 times. And if your robot is connected and is on, if you press this arrow key, your robot should be tapping its foot right now, which is quite exciting to see things to see your code controlling your robot. So this is just the start, but it's going to get a lot more interesting from here. So let's just stop that. And yeah, so once you're happy with the code, you can say, okay, you wanna say this is tap foot. We'll call that's the name of this project, and we'll save this. So we'll save tap foot. We'll say okay, and you'll see that it's over there. So yeah, so if you wanna change things at a later stage, you can. You can just go in there and you can change it. So yeah, uh, I think that's all for now, but we'll get into a lot more detail as we go along.